Welcome back to the channel everyone, and today we're going to be going over a story that I found on Reddit. This story was pretty peculiar when I saw it, so I thought it would be the best video for today. And if you do like this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's go over this Reddit story. It was an average night around 9 p.m. He and his little cousin, boy's little cousin, were at his cousin's house, babysitting for the night. We don't know who the cousin or the boy's name was because he didn't put it in, obviously, for their privacy. He and his little cousin were at his cousin's house, babysitting for the night, while his mum and aunt were out shopping, and his dad and uncle were at the movie theatre. He was just sitting there watching TV with his cousin, but he got a feeling something felt strange. Something was wrong. Though he couldn't put his finger on it, the uneasy feeling wouldn't go away. So he got up and walked to the back door and locked it. For an unknown reason, he thought to himself, I need to lock the back door. As he walked back through the kitchen, because you had to go through the kitchen to get to the back door, and then he was walking from the back door through the kitchen again, he saw what had been causing the strange feeling. A very decrepit, homeless-looking man was staring into the window, looking right at his cousin. Instantly, a protective, guardian instinct kicked into him, and he, pretending not to see the man, he told his little cousin they needed to go upstairs because their parents would be home soon and wouldn't want him to stay up late. After putting his cousin to bed, knowing full well there was a man outside who wanted to come in, he went back downstairs. So here it is. He put his cousin to bed because he didn't want to scare him. He didn't want to tell him that there's a man outside, not to worry his cousin. And all of his parents and all of his cousins and all the relatives were out places. So what does he do? He goes back downstairs. At the time, he was about 125 pounds, maybe 5'8", playing football for his school. Remembering this, he went straight to the kitchen and grabbed a meat hammer. Then checked the window again, but the man was gone. He rushed to the front door and ensured both the deadbolt and the knob were locked. He needed to make sure the doors were locked. Afterward, he went upstairs to his cousin's room, sitting down in front of his door. His cousin asked what he was doing, and he simply told him not to worry and to keep his head down. He called the police, then his dad and uncle. The police were 30 minutes away, and his dad and uncle were 45 minutes away. Suddenly he heard the sound of a window shattering. Now that is one thing I wouldn't be able to handle. And heavy boots walking around the first floor. He told his cousin to stay calm and hide underneath his covers and remain silent. Listening to the man walking around downstairs was horrifying for this kid. He was in high school. He didn't even know what to do. He gripped the meat hammer very tightly and he waited. 5 minutes passed before he heard the boots coming up the stairs. At this point, his heart was pounding in fear. His cousin's door was no more than 10 feet from the stairs. He heard the man open into his aunt's and uncle's room and then the bathroom. The man walked back downstairs and he heard him open the door to the basement. 30 minutes later, the police arrived. They got the man, they took him, and he was gone. It turned out that the man had escaped from a mental hospital that was one province away. So I imagine what happened to this kid if he had actually got caught. But if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'm sure to do more in the future. So stay tuned.